It's Jessie. We are backstage with Wes Borland and Fred Durst of Limp Bizkit. Welcome and congratulations. Thank you for getting back together.
I love your mustache.
Thank you. I wore this. This is my mustache here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for having us. We're really excited to be here.
Well, will you talk a little bit, because in prepping for this interview, I was watching some stuff that you guys had done on YouTube, and I read that Jordan, who is Jordan, and how did he facilitate the reunification of the band?
Jordan is a longtime friend and partner and now manager of Limp Bizkit. And when we were split apart, Jordan was still working with Wes on his other projects and sort of helped be a catalyst in us, you know,
I
finding
heard he
some
had kind of like a Yoda effect to bring you guys back together.
I guess in a way.
I guess he did. I guess
He
sort of a
talks like
Jedi
Yoda.
effect.
A little bit.
Yeah.
He always has sayings that his grandfather said.
Yeah, he's very a proverbial type of guy. He's
Kind
got
of
a
like
lot
shit
of
my dad
proverbs.
said, except as his grandpa.
It's not like shit
Whoa,
my
you
dad
just said
says,
shit.
but kind of like
It's
that.
on the web. We're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that stuff, though. I heard that guy got a huge deal.
TV show,
Yeah.
yeah. I think it's his son, though, that got the deal. He's sort of...
Yeah, his son who's posting all the
Mhm.
quotes, right?
Dad, the son's working it out. Now, Wes, I wanted to ask you, because I'd heard that one of the inspirations for you to come back into the Limp Bizkit fold was going out on the road and meeting some of your heroes, and that kind of reminded you of what you had with Limp Bizkit?
Well, it did, and I mean, I tried working with some other bands, and it just wasn't. Nothing was as good as this. So, we just have a chemistry between the five of us that's not replaceable.
When I think I'd seen an interview with you at NAMM where you said that people who hated Limp Bizkit back in the day, and you're still going to hate Limp Bizkit, but the people who are into music, who appreciate passion and energy, they're really going to get off on this new stuff that you guys are doing for Gold Cobra.
Well, yeah, it's I think universally our favorite record that we've ever made. I think the vibe is better now than it's ever been, and we just feel better and more united than we ever have, and are getting along so great, and there's just no trouble now, and it's all positive. We're all pointing in the same direction.
What, now I understand, did you guys go over to Europe to kind of test a few things out before you went into the studio to start laying down the tracks for Gold Cobra?
Oh, we didn't test any new music out. We just wanted to go, get back in the swing of the unity we have on the stage, and really wanted to get out and play and get warmed up before we went in the studio, and we had a great time.
Now, I had a great interview with you, I think about 6 or 8 weeks ago. We talked a little bit about the Fresh Festival, and then
I remember.
the stealing tiles to breakdance when you were young. And I'm curious, we talked a little bit about some of the new music, but the songs were just working titles at that time. But I noticed a couple weeks ago you tweeted about Douchebag. Is the title confirmed? Is that song definitely going to be on the record? And is it going to be called Douchebag?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Douchebag has made its way to the set list and playlist.
And what I heard a rumor that Gene Simmons is going to be on this record. Is that accurate?
Well, not in the form you would expect. He's not collaborating on any music or in any of the songs. So you might see Gene Simmons or hear Gene Simmons find his way
Did he
to
lick
the
it?
CD.
What's he doing? That's
No.
vague.
He did not lick it.
It's less for his bass playing and more for his voiceover work that we had him on the record.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Can you give us any more?
Ah, the
That's it,
so
okay.
venomous Gold Cobra. That's about all I can say.
Well, now tell me about the title, because I heard that started as kind of you guys joking back and forth in text messages.
Yeah, it's like the same way the title, like the name Limp Bizkit came around.
I've never
It's
heard
just
that story. I
people-
tend not to ask bands about their names because I know sometimes that gets lame, but Limp Bizkit was around before text messaging was that big of a deal, so how did the name actually start?
We were actually in a room riffing at that moment.
Yeah, just
Now
like
we can just
throwing.
riff, texting back and forth in the middle of the night. And we're just trying to think of something that we don't take ourselves so seriously all the time. And we like things that are a little left of center and sometimes really quirky and corny and sometimes, right up the center. And this happens to be one of those titles that kind of plays on both. It was in one of his list of name ideas, and I just loved it. And I said, "That's it. Let's use that." And are you cool with that? And he goes, "Absolutely, I love it."
And then we just built behind it.
I heard something flashy but deadly. Is that what you're going for with this?
Deadly.
Flashy but deadly.
What now? One of my favorite records was the remix album that you guys did, which was the new old songs, and I love the artwork, the strange. It was like the guy eating his brain.
West.
It's all the tears of guys reaching in.
That's incredible. Where I always wonder when I look at your artwork or any artist's work, how, because I don't paint and I don't draw, and I wonder, where do you get that? Is that just in your head and it just comes out?
Well, that one in particular, I was actually I collect weird things, and one of the things I collect are human bones.
Mm-hmm.
And from one of the places that I buy from, I was debating on buying a fetus, a baby fetus that had had the head lopped off and the brain taken out, and the way it was in the jar is it had its hands cradled into its own head, which was cut off like that. And I ended up not buying the fetus because at that moment in my life, that was, I don't know, it turned my stomach as much as it fascinated me.
Kind of like the human centipede?
Oh, yeah, I saw the trailer for that. That looks bad.
Horrifying. You have to come next week. They're doing midnight showings at the Inwood. It's going to be horrifying.
Ooh.
I want to go.
What is it?
It's a movie
It's
coming
the
out
most
called The
disgusting, horrifying.
Really?
There are
Film
people who've
noir? What is
reviewed
it?
who've said that
It's
they
like a
want to
weird
punch the
horror
director
film.
in the face. It's called The Most Disgusting Film. It's a German doctor who specializes in separating Siamese twins, decides that he wants to have his own Siamese triplet, but he doesn't know how to get that, so he kidnaps a Japanese man and two girls, and he removes their kneecaps so that they're forced to walk on all fours, and then he sews them together through their gastrointestinal system.
Yeah, mouth to butt. Yeah.
Yes, I have a computer. We can watch the trailer
Yeah,
here.
next week here
Yes, on the big screen.
on the big screen.
But I only want to go because I want to see the audience react, because it's been horrifying people. I don't think the mainstream theaters are going to carry it, but indie theaters and midnight showings. So
You think they'll have it at the Limley?
Oh, I'm sure.
All right, I'm gonna see it.
Or
I'm gonna
maybe
see
even better, the ArcLight will have it.
it. Ooh.
Human Centipede. That will be the
Human
title of
Centipede.
the next Limp Bizkit album. So
That's taken already.
is it?
Oh no, well, Human Centipede.
Oh no, I meant okay. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I thought you meant the album. So now I know you guys have been asked a million times, but is there any projected release date for Gold Cobra?
Between June and August.
June and August. Okay, so we nailed that down.
Sometime in the summer.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know exactly. We're pretty positive it's going to land in that area.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't committed to a date, and with piracy and things these days, we just, when we feel the date works for all of us for different reasons, we're just going to pick it, send it, and get it pressed and just put it out a few days later. You know, we're not going to give it a lot of time in the plant. We're just going to do it, boom, it's out.